At the end of last season, America voted to give a second chance to an eliminated artist that they felt deserved it the most. Tatu Baby, we will be seeing you next season on Ink Master.
I'm back and I'm here to win. I'm very thankful for everybody who voted for me. I'm just on such a different level than I was last season. I'm ready.
Welcome back.
Tatu Baby coming back. She's been through this before. That's definitely a threat. Completely.
This season, I'm coming to show that I'm a lot more diverse. I went and did my homework, and I definitely have a couple of things to impress everybody with.
I don't think Tatu Baby's an ink master. She's good at a lot of things, but I don't think she's the best at it.
Your outline looks like you had to double up, and that's where you see the bumpiness. But overall, the gray shading that you used will heal up okay.
This week, we tested your flexibility by asking you to cover prison tattoos. Tatu Baby.
You got it easy to cover up, and you did a very beautiful tattoo. But this hand is crazy. There's no way that one finger could be attached to the same hand that the other fingers are coming from.
I mean, now that you pointed it out, I think you're right.
You got a lot to live up to in this competition, but you're gonna give a lot of people a hard time. So let the battle begin.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Tatu Baby.
Even with the misanatomy of the hand, you did a very beautiful tattoo. Smooth shading, nice color, really good job.
Thank you.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create an anatomical tattoo, and your time begins now.
My canvas wanted plain, simple cat scratches on her butt, but what I came back with was better. It's an anatomical part inside of her thigh, and there's a bow sewn in and out of it. I definitely threw her the idea of doing something a little bit different. Nobody really has this. There's a lot of things that I learned last season. I am not here to play it safe.
This week, we had you create an anatomical tattoo using precision to make it look exactly like the inside of the body. Tatu Baby.
I think putting the bow in there was a great idea for this, just to break it up and give it that feminine edge. As far as the whole tattoo, what you've gave us today is a middle-of-the-road effort. It looks very rocky. Your background looks rocky more than fleshy. We know what you're capable of, and we're gonna hold you to that standard the whole ride. This one's not a good one.
One of the sexiest pieces of lingerie are garters. Today, you must permanently tattoo these hot human canvases with a garter tattoo.
Hi, I'm Joey. Nice to meet you. Welcome, me girl. We here.
Can we make like a fishnet material?
There's nobody safe at this point. I could go home. The only thing that concerns me is the time, 4 hours.
So let's make it work for both of us.
Anything can happen right now.
This looks badass. It's popping like crazy.
My garter belt has a lot of different textures. Me being such a detailed, technical tattooer, this is impossible. I'm just really stressed.
Tatu Baby.
You're a pretty fast tattooer. We've seen you do some big stuff quick.
This one has so much detail that I was like, I'm just gonna play safe in what I can get done instead of rushing through it.
I really expected to see you get a lot more finish in this.
Tatu Baby's garter doesn't even connect. If you didn't finish the tattoo, you should get eliminated.
Today, we asked you to show us clean lines in a Celtic tattoo. Tatu Baby.
First off, you look at this tattoo, it's a beautiful tattoo. It's not a real intricate Celtic design, but if you look at the teeth on these gears, some of the teeth are squared off and partially beveled. Some of the teeth are round. There are gears that look like all of these, but never on one gear.
I should have paid a lot more attention to that detail.
If you would have just done super clean gears back there and made them tough, you would have shown tremendous line work while getting away from having to do the Celtic stuff. Overall, it's a good job on the tattoo, but line work, you dodged the bullet.
For this flash challenge, we have a special group of canvases for you. Each of today's canvases has suffered a severe injury. Wow. You will have to transform their gnarly scars into phenomenal tattoos.
The hardest part about working with scars is that you're not tattooing regular skin that is smooth. You could break the skin, traumatize it more. It's tough. Scar be gone. Tattooing a kneecap's one of the most difficult areas to work with because it's a very bumpy, sensitive, yet rough-skinned area. I just gotta go in and rock this with confidence.
Tatu Baby.
As far as value goes, you have a very good range of dark black underneath that crest of the wing fading out into the feathers. A lot of good different color values throughout this tattoo, from the beak to the head to the neck to the tufts around the shoulders.
Artists, today we asked you to show us proper use of value in Day of the Dead black and gray tattoos. Tatu Baby.
There's some areas of this tattoo that I just think you lost it. The mouth, you gave the lip some shape, but then you just put that black outline haphazardly over the top of it.
Honestly, I don't think it looks like you. I think because of that realistic skull they try to give it, it changed the features of your face.
The artwork just doesn't read well, because the actual tattooing is very nice. I thought you were gonna run away with this one. This was yours for the taking.
Artists, today we threw you a painstaking test of detail, Asian tattoos. Tatu Baby.
No doubt you had a tattoo with a load of detail and the amount of time you had to cram it in there, but you gotta be kidding me with this lion. All I can think is, what the
I tried to do a 12-hour tattoo in 6 hours.
Even before you had the time crunch of tattooing it, the drawing, the detail of a lion is not there.
I could draw that lion totally different.
I just feel like you're not here. You're somewhere else.
Coming this time around, I really
You have
wanted
to
show
separate
it.
yourself and do what you know. If you don't distance yourself from your fears, you're gonna end up outing yourself faster. You gotta get your head in it, or you're gonna have to get out.
This week, we asked you to use dimension to tattoo a recognizable landmark. Tatu Baby.
I do like the shape of this tattoo, like the way it fits the side of the leg. I like the flag, the color works awesome, but you lose it in the faces. On one side of Lincoln's face, it would be darker, and you have white on both eyelids. That makes it unrealistic.
That rich black silhouette of Lincoln's face carrying over to the other face is exactly what you need in this. It would have made the color pop. It would have made everything look so much better. You invented a half a portrait for nothing. You screwed yourself on this one.
For today's Flash Challenge, one of your fellow artists must tattoo your design onto your skin.
Tatu Baby.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah. Now I just gotta worry about the pain I'm about to go through.
Ouch. You gotta scrub that hard?
2 hours remaining, everybody. 2 hours.
I came up with a new school anchor.
Jimmy got some thighs on him.
This kind of reminds me to stay true to myself as an artist.
I would have picked Jimmy, but I didn't want to try and do new school. I'm really surprised how Jimmy did this tattoo. New school and proportion don't really fit together. He's shooting himself in the foot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up, everybody. Machines down. No more ink. Jimmy.
The idea of it is that you have to know the rules before you can break the rules. Understanding what the proportions are, I know how much I can exaggerate it.
Definitely has that new school wacky shape, which I think kind of draws it out of the game for proportion.
Baby, you seem pretty happy to be paired up with Jimmy.
I was just happy I didn't get Josh.
For this challenge, I think it goes along the same thing what I said about Jimmy. It doesn't really follow the guidelines of proportion.
If it didn't have proportion, then you wouldn't be able to tell what it is.
This week, you had to tattoo pinups using proportion to make them sexy. Tatu Baby.
The sexiness doesn't come through in this drawing. The whole anatomy is off. The pelvic region where the hips come together and cross over looks really nice, but where it transitions to the hip, it doesn't make any sense. She's standing on one foot. When you stand on one foot, you have to shift your hips and turn your body to balance that way. But her pelvis is perfectly flat, straight. It's just very weird.
She's missing a shoulder. She's frontal to where we see both of her breasts equally in the center, but then a 3/4 turn on the back shoulder. That throws off the shape of her body incredibly. That's the part where you lost it.
Obviously, I want to do good, but just not really.
Do you see it?
No, I see what you guys are talking about.
This was bad for proportion day.
Artists, today we tested your consistency by asking you to tattoo a badass supervillain. Tatu Baby. How are you feeling this week as opposed to last week?
I guess I feel a little bit better because I let it out.
Well, what you did here, I love. I think you came back really strong. There's some incredible detail, especially in the hair. Those teeth are really, really beautiful. The question I have for you, why does it just end the way it does like that?
I had a little bit of issues with time doing all those little lines. If I would have gone any lower, then it would have brought down the quality of my tattoo.
The way his body's cut off, it's such a harsh, straight line. I understand you did what you did in 6 hours.
Great job, though, overall. The texture in the jacket and the small little fine details with the very fine lines that you used look great.
This flash challenge, you must tattoo a part of the body that is so delicate, accuracy is absolutely critical. The eyelids.
So what do you want to get?
An L and a 4. My last name is Leba, and then I have 2 older brothers, younger sister and me, so it's 4 of us.
Oh, that's cool. It's 4 of us too, and that's why I got the K on my face. All of our names start with a K.
I'm so scared of poking somebody's eyeball out, but if I can tattoo anywhere else on the body, there's no reason why I cannot tattoo an eyelid.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink, please. Tattoo Baby, how was it for you to tattoo the eyelids?
It was challenging. He wanted it really small, and he didn't want for you to see it when he had his eyes open.
I think you did a really accurate job of placing it. And it's very simple design, very clean, very legible.
Today, you will be tattooing portraits. Your canvases have brought the subjects for their elimination tattoos. If your tattoo doesn't look like them, they'll be sure to let you know.
To not sound too much like a big tattoo nerd, my favorite thing about this photo is all these details in the wrinkles and the teeth and the white highlights. Perfect. This is me perfect. The detail and resolution on this picture is so good that I know I can knock this out.
There's no turning back.
I told Joshua that I was better than him. This is my chance to really prove it. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Today, you had to tattoo a subject intimidating for even the best tattoo artists. A portrait. Tatu Baby. How did you feel when you found out that the challenge was portraits?
Portraits is something that I do a lot at home. I've had chances where I've shown stuff that I like to do and I haven't nailed it, so I really wanted to redeem myself.
As far as the accuracy on the tattoo, it totally looks like the guy. The only criticism I have is the right eye. A little bit darker in the photo, but you put that highlight in there, and that's your own artistic license that makes the tattoo even look better. Just those little things that you can do as a tattooist to add to something that's a photo, it makes it more dynamic.
There's some very impressive parts to it. The highlight you put around his chin, you kind of emphasize that so that you don't lose the shape of the face.
In the collar of the shirt itself, the whole real photo is dark, and you put the little highlights in to really capture the essence. The extra added touches that you gave to this tattoo really brought your tattoo to life, and this is the reason that it was hard to see you go, oh, well, I want to get out of here. This is what people are going to remember. If you go out on your shield, at least you went out like this.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, the best tattoo of the day is pretty clear. We don't need a deliberation. The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Tatu Baby.
Today you came back and you did a great job. You stood up for what you know how to do and what we believe that you can do. You did a great job. Very happy for you.
Today you had to show your ability to use finesse by tattooing a challenging part of the body, the head. Tatu Baby. How well do you feel you executed this tattoo?
It was pretty challenging for me. There were certain spots where she was crying, but hopefully I helped her soothe through it.
You used finesse with your canvas.
It was a difficult piece. I like the way you designed her where she's bound and her legs are up. Only thing I'm having trouble with is that line that looks like it's a part of her butt cheek, and then the line going down, it looks like the back of her leg. If I look at a tattoo and I have to figure out what's going on, that's not a successful tattoo.
Look at those hands. Look at the lines in the seaweed. Nobody else did line work this. Nobody.
It's not a bad tattoo. I do feel that you have probably more consistency in your line weight than potentially Joey for me beating up Joey's outline. However, you look like you're covering up inconsistencies just by the approach of the shading that you took. Trying to pack areas with this blue that's inconsistent, that is a hard color to make look great. You took a beautiful structure and you muddied it up.
This was your last chance to prove you deserved to compete in the live finale for $100,000 and the title of Ink Master. We asked you to complete 2 tattoos, one designed for you and one that was artist's choice. Tatu Baby. When you were handed this design, how did you feel?
When people give you the hardest challenge, it's because they believe in you. My only challenge with this was doing it in 3 hours.
Technically speaking on this tattoo, the flames are nice and saturated. The way you colored the face, great. The line work, you did better than you've done before, but learning to be efficient with that outline, you could knock this thing out.
I tried to finish it, but I had to do all those lines in 3 hours and shade it and color it.
You could have finished this tattoo.
Let's talk about your artist's choice design.
This is a good representation for you to follow up, taking a punch. This is a really solid, strong tattoo.
Choosing traditional tattoo imagery, skulls and roses, is very smart. When it comes to tattoos like this, you have very strong line work. The way you saturate that black and blend it out softly to colors is some of the best in the room.
If you can do this, you need to get to the point where you're accomplished to do it every single tattoo.
Tatu Baby and Kyle. One of you will not be competing in the live finale. The judges have decided Tatu Baby. You are headed to the finale.
What?
Congratulations.
This was a really tough decision for us. I want to really see you do something amazing. Give these guys a run for their money.
This season, we gave the 3 finalists an amazing opportunity and an extreme challenge. For their final tattoo, they were assigned a master canvas and had 35 hours to tattoo the design and the style of their choice. And over the last several months, they've endured 5 7-hour sessions to create a tattoo worthy of the title of Ink Master.
There is $100,000 on the line, and I'm going to take it. This is what I got. I love photorealism. I love to tattoo animals. I cannot wait to get started.
It's really not that tasteful. Do I really want some random girl on my back for the rest of my life?
Here we go.
Man, my dad's gonna kill me if he sees this. Hopefully he doesn't have a heart attack. I'm really not cool with this. I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be a father one day, and here I have some random girl on my back that has no relation to me or my family.
First session is done.
It is a lot of money on the line for her, but it's not any money on the line for me. I absolutely know that I am not coming back for the next session, and best of luck to her.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
There's been a situation. Unfortunately, your master canvas is not coming back. So, we are going to send you a new master canvas, but you're going to have to start from scratch. All right, sweetheart, good luck to you.
I am completely in shock right now. I really did not expect him to pull out. I hope that it's not going to affect my chance to win. Hi.
I'm Stanley.
Hi, Stanley. Nice to meet you. I'm so disappointed, but I made it this far. I'm not gonna let anything stop me right now.
Wow.
I worked so hard putting my all into this piece. I deserve to win.
It's time to reveal and critique the finalist tattoos. Tatu Baby, you're up first. Let's bring out your master canvas. Oliver. Chris, let's hear from you.
Well, you know, as always, I'm always happy to see the amount of black that you put into a tattoo. But before you get to the black, you have to look at the stage of the stencil. When you put the stencil on the skin, you have to look and see where the stencil finishes, correct? You have to make sure that the stencil's not laying on a vital part where the face or the torso is gonna move. In this particular picture, Your client's arms are pulled totally forward and he's stretching his back. If his arms would be at his side in a normal back piece picture, her torso and her neck would be completely off. You place the tattoo in the wrong place. To start, placement in a tattoo is everything. If you look at this client right now, please put your arms at your side. His shoulders will pop out. It will distort the way that we see in the photos when we look at these tattoos, the way that it actually looks. You have to be mindful of placement of a stencil to do a back piece.
Make a note from that. This design was designed for my first canvas. Unfortunately, he did drop out and didn't want to continue the tattoo. And then I met lovely Stan. But unfortunately, Stan had this huge scar from here to here, which is also why, you know, you'll see a little bit of the denting on the tattoo. And he had another tattoo. So I was working a little bit already against placement. So that's why I shrunk
This is
it.
your opportunity to put something centered in the back and make a beautiful back piece. You can never put an arm or a neck off to the side on a shoulder.
Thanks, Chris. The judges have decided. Tatu Baby, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
You've made it probably farther than anybody. You've taken the ball and you've run with it, and you have fan favorites. And, you know, I think that the presence that you've created for yourself through good and bad times will by far exceed, because you're humble, because of the humility, you will pass anything, and there's tons of people that would be proud to work with you and proud to have you, because you have a great attitude and you do great tattoos.
Thanks, baby.